Ghoul or Draco? Which race is actually better for PvP? Today we're putting both of them to the test. Speed is very important in PvP, and Ghoul won this round, but let's look at it with the ability. Although Ghoul passive is plus 30% at night, the speed is almost equal, as Draco has the improved dash, making its movement be able to keep up with Ghoul's. Now let's look at the jump height. As you can see, Ghoul couldn't even get to the windows, while Draco with its flight ability makes it over the factory. For air fights, Draco takes the win as it gives you more control in the air. Now each race is going to get hit 6 times, and I will show the Regen. As you can see, Draco's defense is much higher as its passive gives it 5% damage reduction and 5% max HP. Ghoul gets full HP first. As Draco has more HP, health regeneration is about the same. Although Ghoul's passive gives speed and regeneration at night, its main passive is its life leech. 25% of damage done with melee heals back. Look at it compared to Draco's. You can see Ghoul heals from the damage of your melee, which is very good in PvP. But since we know all of Ghoul's passives, let's look at Draco's passives. As I mentioned earlier, Draco gets a dash boost and a 5-second flight, but another passive is its flash step now explodes and burns, which deals damage. Now let's talk about both of the V3 ability. Ghoul V3 gives you heightened senses. It gives you 5% more damage, 20% more speed, and 15% defense. It also lets you use your moves once they reach 40% of their cooldown. It lasts 8 seconds with a 30-second cooldown. Draco V3 gives you Primordial Rain. When activated, you roar and create an AoE that gives you and your teammates 15% more damage and movement speed, while slowing enemies by 15%. It also soft stuns enemies, which you can cancel a combo if timed right. And it lasts 10 seconds with a 30-second cooldown, which is the longest lasting ability in game. Now the most important, let's compare the V4. For Ghoul V4, you get max stats, plus 10% more damage, speed, and health regeneration. It also resets any skills with less than 40% cooldown remaining. Domain Expansion creates a dark field that slows enemies, massively reduces their health regeneration, and partially blinds them. It also activates Ghoul's nighttime passives during the day and reduces cooldowns by around 40%. When upgraded, dashing makes crows attack nearby enemies. For the best Ghoul V4 setup, use 2 Domain Expansion gears and 1 Blood Siphon. Blood Siphon gives all attacks Life Leech on top of Ghoul's V2 passive. It heals around 10% against NPCs, 20% against players, and around 45% when using a fighting style. This makes this race very aggressive for PvP, as you can get your health back from one good combo. For Draco V4, you get max stats, plus 10% more damage, speed, and health regeneration. It also boosts Draco's V2 passive, making Fiery Flight last 6 seconds while flying higher and faster. With Comedic Field, hitting an enemy 4 times applies an explosive orb that breaks instinct and damages enemies in the area, while giving you and nearby allies 15% more damage. Thornmail reflects around 33% of incoming damage and gives you and nearby allies 10.5% defense. The reflected damage also breaks instinct. For the best Draco V4 setup, use 2 Thornmail gears and 1 Comedic Field. When upgraded, Thornmail reflects around 51% damage and gives 26.25% defense. This makes this build super defensive, and also punishes the enemy if they fail to land a one-shot combo, as their HP will be low from attacking you. Now let's look at some PvP situations about both races. As you can see, I use my Ghoul ability to use that Do X move that is currently on cooldown. You can also use it like how I did here, mid-combo for the defense. During PvP, if you want to deal extra damage, you can also use it that way too. The V3 is very flexible in every situation, that's why it is one of the best abilities. Personally, I think Draco V3 is the best ability in game. In this clip, I used my ability for extra damage, and to add a soft stun to the enemy. And here, I timed it to use the soft stun to get out of his one-shot ice combo. Draco makes you so tanky, it doesn't even feel like you take damage in PvP. So after testing everything, I think Draco is the better race overall. Ghoul has insane healing and is really strong for PvP, but Draco gives you better mobility, damage, defense, best V3 ability, and an extremely strong V4. If you're looking for the best all-around race, I'd have to give the win to Draco.